Hey guys, it's finally time to talk about our Color Club collections for winter and holiday. Today we're going to be talking about the winter collection. Later we'll talk about the holiday collection. I think it's kind of funny that they released both of them at the exact same time. There are really different things to look for in these two collections, so let's go ahead and get into the winter one. It's called Midnight Muse. And actually, for a name of a collection that's Midnight Muse, I would expect everything to be rather dark and mysterious, but it's not. There's probably one polish in here that I would consider kind of dark. The rest of them are rather, on the lighter side and more playful. So anyway, we'll get right into it. You can purchase these at headtotoebeauty.com, which is where I purchased them, and I always leave links in the description bar where you can go to buy things. So there are 7 polishes in this collection, as Color Club always does. They always do 7, which I like. 7 is my favorite number. So let's get right into it. We have some creams in here and some glitters, something with a little bit of shimmer. But yeah, for the most part, I have to say, I just want to preface things by saying that I feel like Color Club has kind of decided to make their cream formula a bit more runny, which I'm not really sure exactly why. Of course, I wouldn't know that unless I was, were them, but I know that a lot of mainstream brands, not every mainstream brand, but a lot, I think that they tend to make their formulas a little bit more on the thinner side, because when a polish sits on a shelf for a while, it gets thicker and thicker sometimes. Indie brands, you don't find that with as much because they're custom mixing things. They're going out to their consumers right away, and so you can almost just add a little bit of thinner to a polish that gets a little bit thick. But for all these mainstream brands, that's just my own opinion. I feel like brands like Essie and now these Color Club creams that, Essie has notoriously been thin, for me at least. I feel like they have a thin cream formula. These are kind of going in that direction. I'm not sure if that's why. They're just responding maybe to the consumer saying, oh, I don't like my polish is getting thick, so they're adding a lot of thinner. That's what I've gathered as I swatch these, because in both this collection and in the holiday one, I feel like there's a thin runniness to all their creams, which I really don't love. I'm not really, that's just my suspicion of why this is happening, but you can make a polish more thin, but it's harder to make it more thick as the consumer, you know what I mean? So I think I would rather the polish was a little bit thick for me, but let's get right into it. I did feel like that was the general theme here though, which, like I said, I didn't really love. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So they put in here a nice deep kind of plummy brown maroon. It's a very beautiful shade. It's called Men Are From Mars, but again, you will see me apply this and it's all these polishes just like ran all over the place. I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna catch up with you. Just stop running away from me. I just want to put you on my nails. I do think this is beautiful in 2 coats, but at the first coat it was kind of runny and messy and kind of streaky, but on 2 coats it was okay. It's not my favorite because of this new kind of formula that they're doing, but I really did think the color was pretty. Next up we have an orange, and this one has a little bit of a different formula because it's not a straight cream. There's a lot of shimmer in there. It's really, really shimmery. Almost like a metallic shade that's so shimmery. So I did like this one. I thought this was great at 2 coats. It went on a little bit better than the creams. And this one's called Unphased. And so yeah, I thought this is really beautiful, perfect for fall. I know that their English Garden collection was kind of released in like the timeline of that it was going to be their fall collection. And by the way, I really liked the English Garden collection. If you were going to pick up a collection, I would say get that one. The colors in there are gorgeous. The cream formula was really, really nice. I actually really liked those ones. Anyway, not sure what changed between that one and this one, but I do really like this one. But I was saying this felt like a more fall kind of shade. But anyway, I did think it was pretty. Okay, this next polish is so pretty. It's a beautiful deepened seafoam green, which I was just like, oh, I hope you're good. I hope you're good. This is called Martian. Such a cute name. Anyway, the color is just absolutely beautiful. Next up we have a very light powdery blue, which, spoiler, it has a very thin, weak formula. This one's called Astro-Naughty. Unfortunately, because it's such a light shade, the formula really isn't doing it any favors. So again, for this one, I would just really hardly get anything on your brush and go for those 3 coats rather than the 2 coats, because I've grown to love some of Color Club's formulas, really great cream formulas at 2 coats, but you just really can't do it that well with these. So unfortunately at 2 coats, I thought this was a little bit streaky. I wasn't super impressed with this one. Alright, I next want to talk about my favorite polish out of the collection, and this, as you can see, is a really cool blue with copper shimmer going through it. So cool. It's what I have on my nails today, and I really love this one. Again, like the orange, because it has that shimmer in there. This is a slightly different formula, so I didn't have as big a problem with the application of this. This one's called Meteor-Right, and yeah, it's just that beautiful on the nail too. I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. Maybe could have had a little teeny tiny bit better of a formula, but I really appreciated the color in here. So it's almost like a duochrome, because you can really see the blue at angles and then it flashes to that copper, and so then the blue combined with the copper kind of makes a purple shade. I thought this was absolutely gorgeous, definitely my favorite. Alright, we've got 2 glitter polishes to round out the collection, a dark one and a light one. Let's talk about the dark one first. This one is kind of silly. It's called Cheetah-Me-Not, and I feel like Color Club just wanted a reason to use the fun cheetah glitters that started showing up in indie polishes, which I do like that Color Club kind of keeps its ear to the indie game, because I do feel like they are trying, maybe more than some other brands, to keep up with indie collections. Sorry, I'm having a coughing fit over here, which is why my eyes started watering. Okay, so Cheetah-Me-Not is a clear-based polish, and it has black hexes of different shapes, and then it has iridescent small glitters, and then in kind of blue to green hues, and then it has cheetah spots in it too. So this is really fun. If you are a glitter collector, you would probably love to have this polish in your collection. Yeah, I do think it's pretty. The glitter's didn't come out as easy, but you know, that can be expected. You can just always use a placement method with it. So anyway, definitely really fun. Alright, this polish is like the polar opposite to the last one. This one is called Many Moons Ago, and this is like a very light pastel matte glitter, and then a shiny coppery orange and a purple glitter in there. Very small white glitters. It is also in a clear base. This one is just jam-packed with glitter. The cheetah one, I had a little bit of trouble getting the glitters out. This one is just packed. I was just like, whoa, explosion of glitter on my nail. Which I liked, actually, because I could really get a lot out. You can always use, you know, a sponging method with glitters. People do like to do that a lot, which if you aren't aware, that just means that you paint it onto a sponge first. So it kind of absorbs the base so that you can sponge it on, and the base isn't just running the glitters everywhere. But yeah, I thought this had really pretty colors. It really, a lot of the light glitters showed up really well on the nails, so that's why I felt like it was really different from the last one. So yeah, this one is pretty. Alright, so those were all 7 polishes in the collection. Let me know down in the comments below if any of these are worth chasing, if you liked any of them. I think that's it for today. I hope you're really having a great day. Thanks for spending summer with me. I will see you back later. Bye, guys. Polish and a lot of weight if you make sure to use enough support, and make sure your brackets are nice and strong and you are into the support beams behind the wall. Essie is shelf number 2, and I've doubled up a little bit on the end there. But for the most part, they all get their own row, because as much as I love Essie,